high ground. Maybe go and support your girlfriend, because actually in the real life, this is going to affect her.
I'm going to ask him a quick question, sorry, just for, because he keeps saying this, but I want to double check and you can all see it, right? Levi, do you think Angie's racist? I'm wanting to ask him that question. I want to find out if he thinks
you can work from home, you know that. Are you fucking sick?
You do realise that you can work.
You need to be employed to work from home, you fucking dick.
Wait a second. So you do think Angie's racist? So why are you sitting on phone calls with her? Why are you wanting to be around her if you think she's racist? Does that not prove the point that you just don't give a shit? Like, I know you're going to sit there and say it's just an app, but why do you sit with Pearl? I know that people are not going to agree with me. I've sat and called out Pearl many times of that situation, right? But you are still saying it right now. You are literally sitting on this app saying that she is racist.
Because he wants clout and views.
Yeah.
This is why he's here. He wants money and views.
Yeah.
The thing is, like I say, he's already shown his true character. Like as a man, yeah, you know, like that's one thing you're going to be noticed for is your character, innit? And
you can't even call that a man, Riz. Let's be
honest. Well, exactly, yeah. He hasn't got the character of a man, so you've already shown your true colours. You've already shown what you like. Nobody's going to respect you as a male. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and the only people that will be bottom feeders. You know, people that just looking for a bit of attention, like himself. Do you get what I'm saying? It's just crazy that you have them kind of ideologies, and you're standing there with chest, like in the comments, you know, flipping.
Exactly, in the comments on the internet. I would love you to come up and say this to Rills in real life, because you know exactly what you'd get.
Exactly, like he wouldn't.
He stayed so quiet in the comments until somebody in the comments called him out, saying, well, it's funny now how there's a real man on the stage and you're not speaking. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Go out in real life. Go out in real life and do this, mate, because I swear you would have nothing to say. Nothing. This is what fucks me off about this. Honestly. See, TikTok, it fucks me off to the most, because everybody is so, I'm on the internet, you're behind a screen, you're on the internet, blah, blah, blah. Like, nah. You would have been shut down the first thing that came out your mouth, mate. Shut down.
It's just cowardly behaviour. Like I say, there's people out here that make mistakes, but at least they have the, you know, like the balls to stand up and go, you know what, I fucked up, I've done this wrong, I'm sorry. And, you know, in fact, your missus has got more balls than you.
Yeah.
At least she had the flipping balls to come in here and take the heat that she was given. As much as she's still a fucking idiot, at least she had the balls to do that. You ain't even got them balls. So like, imagine your girl being more of a man than you are. That's crazy.
Do you know what's mental is he's sitting in the box, in the live, in the comments saying, I've still got support, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you're still going to get support. Do you know who also still gets a bit of support? Diageo, Karina, God, who else is there? Many wrongings still get support, but
you're categorised as one of them now.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't really call that support, would you? Do you know what I mean?
Righty Jack, Mr. UK TikTok, Angie. Do you know what I mean? These people still get support.
But yeah, but look, like you say, look at the what's the word, like how people look at them. Look at what they stand for. That's, people look at them and they're like, oh, these are absolute idiots. Like they have support. Idiots are gonna always have support. Let's have it real. But you know,
I never doxed kids. That you cannot fucking say that. Keep saying that, Levi. I fucking promise you. Go take me to the police and say that I doxed a child. I fucking dare you. Because where that's come from is your girlfriend.
Look, your girlfriend took photos of a disabled child in a fucking wheelchair. Everybody's got the screenshot. So your fucking girlfriend doxes kids. Exactly. Who the fuck takes photos of a child in a wheelchair? Is she fucking
Mary, can we just point out the obvious? You know when people take photos of children that are not their own and they don't know, what do we normally label them on this app again?
Yeah. So you want to go there with Courtney's doxing kids? How about we go there with your girlfriend taking
around telling everyone, I'll start going around telling everyone how your girlfriend took a picture of a child that wasn't her own. I'll go around calling her a pedlo, mate. If you really want me to go down that road, like, I don't give a fuck.
All he's trying to do is sit in the comments and deflect from the vile stuff that he said.
Why don't you come up in the boxes, Levi? Talk.
Yeah, exactly.
He won't come up in the box. He's a shithouse, just like his girlfriend.
Exactly.
If they have 5 minutes, I tell you, with any send parent or anyone who, you know, I tell you, they wouldn't. God help them in the real world, because I totally back what you're saying. Go and say it in a pub. If you didn't know what them words meant, it's a load of shit. They're just deflecting it, and the pair of them are shit.
Bye, Levi, you little pussy.
Yeah, do you want to?
Yeah,
Do you want to know
I
why
would
you're not
love
here now,
5 minutes
Levi?
with them. Sorry, Chelsea.
Do you want to know why you're not here now, Levi? Because me turning around saying that I'll go around the app and start calling your girlfriend a beast or a nonce because she's actually taken a picture of a child, it's made you realise that maybe you should shut up in the comments, because you are making it worse for her.
Levi showed yesterday when Kieran's mum contacted him yesterday, and his attitude towards her. Where are your morals? Where are your manners? Respect your elders.
He had attitude to his mum.
Yeah, well, he sent her a message yesterday, basically saying, "I'm on a live. I'm not dealing with this," and just shut her down.
Yeah.
His partner, who he's backing up, honestly, words fail me. Like, get out into the big wide world, mate, because you won't last 5 minutes.
So basically,
do you know what's making me laugh even more? Right, this is what is getting me so mad. Yeah, he's sat in the comments, still going on about it when he's not even said sorry. He's not done anything. So basically, he's rubbing the salt in the wound even more, and he's prolonging it. So he's just as bad as her.
I'm just going to say, the moment you deflect, you're not sorry.
I just want to let Pearl know as well, the reason you were brought up yet again, Pearl, was because of Levi in the comments.
What's happened now? I've had loads of messages saying...
Sorry, I'm just going to drop. I don't want to share a box of Pearl. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Mary.
Something about ableism and whatever.
People in my comments were saying, and I wasn't listening to comments, I want to see obviously a screen recording for anybody. So people in my comments were claiming that you and Torian had said something about window licking. I said, well, show me the proof of that before I
for real. Last night we were fun trolling in with Angie, which she doesn't block us, so she likes us to go in, right? So we were having a laugh. Can somebody pull this proof up? Because 1,000,000% that was never ever done or said. So while I'm here, if somebody's got the proof of this, because I'm sure everything that went on last night will be all over TikTok. Can you pull this proof up, please?
Well, I hope that's not true.
No, I can promise you that is not true.
But then other people were saying that it was somebody called Pat from Canada, and they said it in your box last year.
Pat. I've said this.
No,
they're talking about something that was like over a year ago, I believe, and I don't think it came out of your mouth. I think it was someone in your box. But they've brought it up because of the picture Torian put up.
I'm sorry, honestly, I can't remember.
Yeah, they're only bringing it up because of the picture Torian put on of Lynn's with big lips or whatever. But that was done purely because she's gobshite, not because of anything else. But they're just reaching like.
Why are they saying that? I've said something to Lynn's or to something. I don't understand. I'm not getting this. Sorry.
It was when you were in Reindeer's live last night, and Torian was doing like pictures of the mods, like cartoon characters. And there was one of Lynn's with big lips on, and they're running with that now, saying that you lot are mocking disabilities. But it wasn't because of that. It was because Lynn's is a gobshite.
Did I say anything, or did I? I don't know what I'm supposed to have done if I'm in a box. So now I'm guilty for sitting in a box.
I don't think you have done anything. To be fair,
they're trying to deflect.
Can somebody pull this video forward, please?
That's what I've asked for.
Can I just educate people for a minute? Because seriously, this really does sound like people are actually reaching. If somebody, had done a picture of Lynn's and they had done a deformity of her lips where it's
Elsie, sorry, so you were laughing your head off. Can we have this video, please? Where
I just say they also they mock Carla in regards to her disability on a weekly basis. So they're trying to say this when Pearl didn't really say anything. It was somebody else who put it up, and that's because she's a gobshite. Yet they mock Carla's disability weekly.
I'm just
They're
trying
hypocrites.
Everyone's missing the point. Unless, right, that picture was done and Lynn's had a deformity of one side where it drooped on one side, it's not mocking her disability if they just made her with big lips.
Yeah.
It's not mocking it if she just had big lips.
But she has gotten actually quite nice lips. Like, because I'm as a small lips girl, I'm not gonna lie, I'm jealous. But she has gotten actually.
Don't play stupid. Don't do this. What did I do wrong last night? Whatever proof you've got, pull it up, please. Why I'm here? Because I was in
the live last night and I didn't hear or see you do anything.
Thank you. Well,
I went to that live last night and nothing like that was said. Lynn loves the fact that she has a disability and plays on it because she's got a personality of a carrier bag.
Yeah, but I don't want to do that either because, again, how much, right? Can we all just take away personal feelings towards someone? This is what I'm trying to get, right? It doesn't matter. Like, people can sit and get offended. If you don't think they're offended, they don't. I get that. But at the same breath, see, when we say people are playing up to their disability, it's the same when people say, "Oh,
yeah, you can't say that."
And blah blah.
Can I just say something here, Courtney? Like the whole Lippy Lynn's thing come from. I can't remember who said it, but someone was calling her Lippy, as in like you're running your mouth a lot. Yeah. And then she turned around and said, "I've got a disability that affects me." Blah blah blah. And that's where it all come from. But nobody was ever actually going at her disability. But can we just remember her own?
Alicia, did they that?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, obviously, people didn't know that she had what she's got. I wouldn't call her that personally now that I know that she's got what she's got. Yeah. But I think people need to remember how she was coming for people with autism and calling Scotty slow Scotty and this, that, and the other. Like, let's not forget that. I can't really take her seriously. Yeah. As much as I personally wouldn't attack her for anything to do with her disability, she's a shitty person, so I'll attack her for that.
Can I just clarify quickly so I can jump down? It's just to clarify the situation that Peril and what you've seen, what was said last night. So what happened is on Angie's live is she played the videos of the pictures that Torian put up last night. Yeah. Then she said she wasn't that bothered about them. The only one she was bothered about was the one with Lynn's. Yeah. And then what happened was she played videos from months ago when you were in the box with Irish Kelly and all that, and it was ages ago, maybe even a year ago. And that's when it was said about the comment that was said, and that's what I think people are getting mixed up with. So what you said wasn't last night, it was the videos that Angie played.
What I said was, on that video from last year when me and Lindsay got at it, she was going at me, what she was going to do, and I said, what I'll do, I said, I'll swing your jaw. That's what I said.
Yeah, that's the video she's talking about. That wasn't last night, though, just for everybody.
But where does that mention anybody?
And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying it wasn't last night.
So that's what was said a year ago. I said, I'll swing your jaw. And then she come out that she's got a disability and whatever. And then can anybody pull anything up? Per the pictures in your live last night? I don't know. But I'm dumbfounded on here, like, what's gone on last night?
Nothing.
That's why I'm not listening to the comments. Like I'm honestly, because the comments stir it all the time, or it's misunderstood. It's best just to see screen recordings now.
Well, you have to remember as well that a lot of people are new on this app, or they join monthly, daily, weekly, whatever. So a lot of people won't know what was said a year ago or weren't around at that time. So when they're seeing that video, they're obviously just thinking automatically it's recent, right?
Yeah, see, let's be realistic, and that's what Angie thrives on, is the fact that people haven't seen all this shit from years ago.
Exactly.
Guys, I feel like, I mean, the whole thing with Levi is just circular, but with Lynn's, if we're going to have this thing where, by the way, it's chunky, I rebranded and I forgot to put,
oh my God,
now no one knows who I am. Anyway, if you are going to do yesterday with the valid point of you can't fight, what's the phrase? You can't be discriminatory in an argument back to someone that's been discriminatory, because that's just really basic.
Yeah.
You can't then say, oh, Lynn's, but remember what she's done, she's horrible, because then that's doing what we've said that we don't
I'm not
think
saying
is...
that.
I'm not saying anything
sorry.
about what you've said, Pearl, because I haven't heard what you've said, but I'm just saying in general, if Lynn's has said, oh, listen, I find it really muggy. I saw the picture that you put up and it was so muggy, and I don't know who put it up, but it was... I just said I don't know who put it up. It was in a live. I think
it was Torian that put it up. Was it the one with the
I
lips?
think if our whole thing is Evil Queen goaded Torian into being transphobic, and then Evil Queen was racist, both are wrong. We can't then say, oh yeah, but Lynn's, it wasn't about her lip. She said loads of times she finds lippy lip offensive, Lynn's, whatever. So just don't say it. The picture was so muggy, and let's be grown-ups. And also, there we go, that's that. Just call her a knob. Just say she's rude, say she's nasty, say she's horrible to people. Don't say...
But that's nothing to do with me. Whatever was put up's nothing to do with me.
No, but
Stop being the centre of attention. I'm talking in general about
you've
the
just said
conversation
you
one
put a
minute ago.
picture up. That's nothing to do
Okay.
with me.
She's
I
talking
apologise
to
for
the
saying
room.
you. The end.
She's meaning the room.
I'm talking to the room. Room. And also, you just joined and it's not about you, but there was a live.
Cassie, go and take your face for a shot.
Like, guys,
You're so
I'm gonna drop
basic.
down.
It's
If
actually
anybody's
hard to even
got
gauge
me doing
a
anything.
basic person.
Guys,
Evil Mango, pull the video where I was laughing. Do whatever you want. I will come back into this live and I'll
never
stand
said
on
you were
business. I
laughing.
don't fuck all.
No, Cassie,
So
Cassie,
stop
what,
telling
Cassie,
me.
hold on.
Cassie hasn't.
Hold on a minute.
Pearl,
Let me just say one
Tyson,
thing.
I'll
guys,
drop
everyone
down.
stop. Everyone calm.
I'm going to drop down. Listen, just send for me back if ever this proof comes forward, which it's not, but I will come back when I've been proved wrong.
Can I also just mention before I drop Courtney, because I only just came in to clarify about that video was over a year ago, that when people say Chippy said it, Chippy did not say the words window liquor. Chippy was referring to the things that you get where you can, suckers that you can stick on a window. That's what he was referring to.
Yes, he did. Millsy,
Cassie, I don't even know your hair and you're putting on an extra,
Right,
so
I'm
you
gonna drop
obviously
time.
watches and you obviously know who I am. So fucking fangirl comes to mind. Like I said, go
I
watch
do
your
think you're
nipples,
extra,
get a bit of
and-
fresh air, Babby, and stop involving yourself. That's got fuck all to do
Pearl,
with
listen,
you.
guys,
How's about it?
massive
So how's about when a video
miscommunication.
comes where I've done nothing and said nothing? Are you going to apologise?
No, but to be fair, Cassie, right, she was...
I think Pearl needs to go and listen to the live because she is getting pulled to bits in there. That's why
I'm just live a minute.
So,
Just to explain
you know-
this. Let's just say that last night, right? Anybody saying that I said that is wrong, right? Because what I said was you could stick that to the window when you go shopping.
You did, Chippy. I was in the live when you said it.
So stop twisting bullshit and stop getting upset over cartoon pictures that resemble nobody. You're pathetic.
No, sorry,
It's pathetic
Chippy.
attitude. I won't say, no, I've got company and I can't stay. So, no, that's my opinion, all right? If you're getting upset over a few pictures like that, then people like Angie need cancelling completely with the shit she's come out with. So, don't even go there. You're pathetic. It's absolutely ludicrous.
Chippy,
Cassie,
can I
don't
just
you
say...
think that everyone's just as bad as each other? They've all called and pulled each other down.
She's not
That's
there.
the point, Chippy. Don't be if we want to be on our if we want to try and express morality to people.
Morality
we can't
over
then
a few
say-
cartoon pictures that Torian put up.
Can I finish my sentence, please,
Please,
Chippy?
can we just keep
Cassie,
it
you're
calm?
rude. Cassie, you really are rude.
Can I finish my sentence?
Can I, sorry,
I'm
can I
not here
just,
to
can
listen to you.
everyone
I'm
mute
just here
for
to
1
explain. I
second?
didn't say Linda
Guys,
liquor.
can
So
everyone
that's
mute
it.
for 1 fucking second?
Bye.
Please, I beg. Right, this has been a massive miscommunication, right? I do not think at one point Cassie was coming at Pearl. She literally said you as in the room. She was trying to make the point of we cannot sit on an app and call out discrimination and say this person's an asshole by being discriminating. That is what she's saying. She wasn't coming at Pearl for that. That's all she was trying to say.
I did try to correct myself, but it was too loud because what I meant was you, and I saw a
As
live.
yous.
Can I please finish my sentence, Joanne? 'Cause
certainly,
you're
sorry,
making
darling.
it- Sorry?
You're just
Cassie,
rude.
Just continue. I'll end up mute. I seriously, if people start talking over each other, I'm gonna mute. Like, I'm
Yeah,
just-
I've just.
Can we just
Thank you,
have
Chelsea.
one sentence at a time, please? Right, okay. On you go, Cassie, so you can explain what you meant.
Yeah, so when I said you, obviously I just meant in general, but also Pearl was there and I saw there was a live where she was in it. But when she got annoyed, I said you. I did try to say, not you then, if you're saying it wasn't you, but it just went escalated. But basically, I don't know if I didn't think she. Anyway, so look at this. Leanne, I didn't think she was very rude at all. Beth, sorry, but Cassie is very rude. Well, there we go. It's an opinion. My overarching opinion and on it all was, let's just not. If Lippy Linz doesn't like being called that because she finds it offensive and she's got something wrong with her lip, let's just. There we go. That's how she feels, and let's not be what we don't like and be discriminatory back to someone. And that's the end of it.
Justice for Cassie.
Exactly. Oh, by the way, my name is Big Chunky, and Chunky, you are rude. I do think I can be quite rude, Ciara, but when I can't respect Pearl as a human, so I don't actually feel bad about what I said to her because I just think she's extra and basic. But my name is Big Chunky, and I rebranded, and I'm sorry about that, guys.
Wow, I've lost my vape.
And at least it's lost her vape.
That's what I was going to say. Like, if she's saying that her lip is a type of way because of her disability, I think people should just leave it as that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. If you can't,
But I do know when it was first said, it wasn't aimed at her because of any disability.
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, I 100% agree with what's being said. Like, if she's saying she finds it offensive, it's offensive. Like, so don't say it. But when
you can't tell somebody what they feel is offensive.
No, you can't.
Exactly.
This is why I wanted to clarify how the picture actually works, because I understand, like, people do cartoon character pictures of people, and that's perfectly fine. And if that cartoon character picture of Lynn's was done and it showed a deformity of her lips, then that is mocking her disability. Like, that is. If someone did the cartoon character picture and they just did it with big lips, I don't know if any of you have been to the seaside recently and had someone draw your picture at the seaside. I mean, the lips they did on me were flipping huge. And I know I get lip filler, but that man was taking the pee, right? If it's just a cartoon character and they've just done big lips like people do for cartoon characters and they haven't showed a deformity, then I'm going to sit here and I'm going to be real and I'm going to say that is reaching. But I haven't seen the picture, so I don't know how they did the lips on Lynn's, if that makes sense.
I was asleep from 7 o'clock, so I'm innocent.
But ultimately, in that situation, once after you've been told it's offensive, that's when it becomes offensive to do it again. Do you get what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
Yeah, if someone says, I don't like that, I find it offensive, okay, cool, I'll call you a bitch instead.
Yeah, exactly. There's plenty of other terms we can say for someone we don't like without mentioning their physical appearance in general, because I do think mentioning physical appearance is so rude. And if you want to say that, say it in a message, but also not to Levi or Sophie, but don't say in public things about people that are nasty about their appearance or their protected characteristics, which Courtney has made very good points, and Chelsea and everyone over the last few days. So let's stick to our moral high ground and try to just call people cunts when they're cunts or bitches when they're bitches.
Totally agree, Cassie. Don't go for the disabilities, just let me see you.
Michelle, let me just tell you something. I went to sleep on my sofa at 7 o'clock. I woke up at 10 minutes past 4. So yeah, if I was coming in and out, I was asleep on my TikTok. I woke up at one point and I was in Nanny D's live, which I didn't want to be in there, but I was in there with Manda and that. It's just, you're asleep. It's also from live to live.
Sorry, I'm just going to say this for you, listener, as well. I didn't realise you needed to know the ins and the outs of Alicia's life, her every single move.
Do you want pictures of me sleeping, Michelle?
Do you need her calendar? Do you want a photo of her calendar? Like,
Alicia, you need to be live all the time, okay? It's like the Truman Show, but the
I missed everything last night. Like, I woke up to loads of messages. People were asking where I was, if I was okay, and I was literally asleep. Like, my kids went to their dad's. I laid on my sofa, fell asleep.
I think you were snogging boys.
I was. Loads of them.
You didn't even read my messages and not reply to them. They were on delivered. So
I was asleep.
You were snogging boys, and there we go.
I wish I was. I've lost my voice now and I'm fuming.
Hi, Courtney. Thanks for letting me in your box.
No, it's okay, Lady Di. Hi.
Yeah, I don't want everyone to shout at me, but I've come in for Lynn's, to be honest. And I just wanted to talk about this problem with Lynn's lip. I think you may have heard that Lynn's has got a condition called muscular dystrophy.
Yeah.
And there's two types. Boys usually get it worse, and that is the Duchenne, where they probably don't live past the teens, although they are getting better at treatments.
Sorry to interrupt you, Lady Di, but I'll drop Courtney because I think Torian wants to get in. But thank you for letting me in, love.
Okay, no worries. Tori, I will let you up in 1 minute. I just want to hear what Lady Di says, and then I'll let you up because I don't want to change it. Pearl, I know that you're probably wanting to have a conversation.
Sorry.
Okay.
That's all. I will jump down, but it just aggravates me when everybody keeps coming and saying you've done something and said something when you haven't. That's all. Right, I'm going to jump down. Thank you.
No worries. Yeah, sorry, Lady Di.
Yeah. And girls mostly get a milder form of it, but it is very, very distressing problem to have. It affects all the body, affects all the muscles. It's incredibly painful to walk. And I do know that Lynn's really does struggle to walk, but she goes out to work every day. So the muscular dystrophy on Lynn's has also attacked her lip. And I think that's where the confusion is really with other people. I think they think that she says she's got a condition and it starts and ends with the lip, and it doesn't. It can attack your heart, every muscle you've got in your body. And I just want, if people would, would you please take on board that this is...
She shouldn't be rude to people and run her mouth. Then people might be sympathetic.
No, Torian, I do get that. And
she mocks people, Courtney. Like, I'm sorry.
I know, but Torian, like, bless you. Like, honestly, I just want to shake you sometimes. This is what I'm trying to say. This is all I'm keep trying to say is...
Look me, baby.
We need to stop fighting fire with fire. Like, if we are good people deep down, right? I get the frustration when people go shitty low. I get it. But what I'm trying to shake is that we need to understand that we need to stop being them to fight them.
The thing is,
totally agree, Courtney. You can't keep going low to each other. It just gets out of hand.
Right, I'm going to say it. I'm going to get my words out. I think the thing is, when someone goes shitty low and then like one of us, just for an example, then goes shitty low as well, it doesn't highlight the first persons that said its behaviour first. And it doesn't highlight how bad they are as a people, because then it highlights everything as a whole. If you just allow people to be shitty people and allow them to just keep being discriminative and arseholes, it's just highlighting their behaviour more than anything else, even bigger, because then the only bad behaviour you could talk about is theirs and not everyone else's.
Yes, you mocked her disability. I don't understand.
Can I just say, though, it's not just about Lynn's, it's about the people that also have that condition. So when people are being discriminatory or transphobic or racist, it's not just about that person, it's about the whole community offending, and somebody's watching, they're going to take it, they might think, oh, I'm that way, I shouldn't go out or whatever, or I'm ugly or whatever, do you know what I mean?
So, Torian, the picture that you put up yesterday, now I'm going to admit, I didn't personally see an issue with it. That is, I'm being brutally honest here, because I'm not that person, you know what I mean? But Lynn's, I don't know if Lynn's is upset with it, because from my understanding, it's only Angie that spoke, and obviously it could just be Angie. It's hard, right? Because I'm worried that Angie's spinning something that isn't. Oh God, I'm trying to get my words out. I'm trying to be the diplomatic person here. Angie could be pushing a narrative for Lynn's without Lynn's consent, but it could have affected people. Does that make sense, Torian?
It's other people. You've just got to be aware of other people who it might have.
I'll be real. I call her Lippy Lynn's because her mouth is too damn much. And respectfully, if you're sitting on Angie's platform and telling everyone that I was drunk in front of my kids abusing them, I don't give a fuck. I said what I said. Your mouth's lippy. Keep your mouth intact. Don't mention me or my kids, and I won't have to mention about your lippy mouth.
This is a bit Torian again. Wait,
but it's not. This is what pisses me off. Like, so they can say things about me, but I can't say nothing. Is that what you lot are telling me?
Because you are the bigger person. This is what we're trying to say. Is
who's offended though? You lot are just milking it. Who's actually offended? Who's offended?
I completely agree. Like, you don't like her, and so like for me, I like. Whether, I don't want to say, but yeah, I don't like her. So I would say,
What condition? I don't know what condition does she have?
Victorian, basically, she has now said for like quite a few months, and maybe you don't know, I'm like not clear on your like beef with her, but if she said, I don't like being called this because I've got is it multiple sclerosis or muscular dystrophy? Okay, yeah, so if she doesn't like that and she's got a disabled face or whatever because of it, just now use another term like gobby. No, actually not gobby. Just basically don't mention her physical mouth.
Well, then she shouldn't mention my kids. You know, this is the thing. Me calling her Lippy Lins is not. You sat on a platform with over 3,000 people and suggested that I was drunk in front of my kids and I was doing all sorts. That's fucking wrong. I don't give a fuck. Of course, and that's because you're talking about my kids. Respectfully,
Tori, and I completely agree with you. What people have said about you is horrible, but I guess my point, and then I'm going to go because I know I'm repeating myself. But my point is, so you are. You can be the better or bigger person by not going for something that someone doesn't like. So, for example, if you kept calling me a fat cunt and then I was like, by the way, I have put on 3 stones since this photo, please don't call me a fat cunt again, you could just call me a cunt instead. So that is all it is. Like, now that we know that or people may have only just learned now she's got a disability, and whether you think it's a reach or not, she finds it offensive.
You know, she called me a peddler.
No, exactly, Torian, and that's that. But can I just do you get what I mean? That just don't go for something that she feels is about her disability.
But everyone knows my kids are my life, so you coming for my kids is going to trigger me. So don't say
this is
mutually
exclusive for children. I can't. Okay, I've said my point, but I'm just saying
it's mutually. I respect what you're saying. You know that.
Yeah, it's mutually exclusive. And however, because I don't have children, if someone came for my cat, I still think I would try to just not go for anything about them, and I would also just never talk to them again because and basically the thing with Levi, you can't make people think any different to what they think. So I feel like going on at him, there's no point.
Can I
just back to the Lynns thing, I think it's more detrimental.
Have a lovely day, everyone.
Bye, babe. I think it's more detrimental that you're sitting on a live, in Angie's live, calling me a peddler, saying that I'm drinking in front of my kids, doing all of that for me to call you Lippy. I'm sorry, me calling her Lippy is nothing to what she said to me.
Victoria, can I explain something to you, right? And I think this will make you understand a bit more. Have you not learned in the nicest way what's happened over the last few days with with you and EQ situation, right? Bear with me on this, right? That it's no longer been, look what EQ's done, it's look what EQ and Torian have done. So no one's going to just be calling out the one person, they're going to call out the both of you. Whether you don't care or not, the thing is people are going to highlight and look at you both as being shitty people.
I feel in this situation though, like I know Torian in it, and I know enough to know that she's not maliciously going to go after somebody's disability. Like,
but it's fine. It's always me. You lot always want to press live and have energy for Torian. Oh, Torian done this. Oh, Torian's a bad person. No one's ever come on a platform and said, you know what? They've said this to Torian, so it's a reaction. Everyone wants to come at me every fucking day. There's people that are meant to be my fucking friends on this app want to chat shit on me. Like, bruv, I'm out, man. This is gonna piss me off.
Not everyone,
I've said it multiple times. I've said, look, if I was in T's position and my kids were being spoken about, I don't know.
Can I just say something? We might get a chance to speak now.
Wait, can Miss Baguette speak? Sorry, because Miss Baguette has been in the box. On you go, Baguette.
Yeah, so I'm not really 100% on what's been going on this morning, but where I've been is been going through all of my videos. I'm hoping to go live tonight, and I'm going to show them all because I know for a fact that it was proven that Lindsay's disability was known about 100% because I've got a video of them being told all about it, and it's timestamped and dated and stuff. So people knew, and that was the reason why. I'm still half asleep. I'm so sorry. I'm probably not making much sense.
I think what we need to do now is the past, isn't it?
Yeah.
If we can all move forward with, please stop mentioning this muscular dystrophy, because it's incredibly painful disease to have. And I've not come to argue with anybody. I'm too old. I lost a very good friend to the same disease. so I do know quite a lot about it. But the past is the past, and can we move forward? That's it.
But when it's still getting brought up, it's no longer the past is the past, is it? It's the present.
No, I mean, just like, can we just move forward from now?
Absolutely. What I just want to add to that is that also, like going back to this, there's no justification for, you know, being a shitty person back. Ultimately, you know, I've seen a couple of times on this app, people have come for Torian's kids and stuff. So things like that need to be stopped as well.
It's not right. That's not right. And I'll say that.
You've got to have the same energy as well for that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because nobody's kids and nobody should be talked about in that disrespectful way. So
this is the thing, we speak about this a lot, that kids should never be mentioned. Even this whole, like, speaking about people's parenting, guys talking about children, like, none of that should be getting said.
Can I just say to Lola as well? So obviously, I've just said that, you know, there's a video of obviously people being told about it. Lala says not everyone sleeps on TikTok and watches all videos. I'm not talking about you. I'm literally talking about Kelly, who was in the box learning all about muscular dystrophy and the fact that Linz has it. And Irish Kelly then used insults against Lindsay's disability and claimed that she didn't know she had a disability. Like, I don't know why you're trying to involve yourself, Lala, but this is not about you. So please stop atting me.
Right, can I just say something? Because I don't
Can we hear from Belle? Can we hear from Belle, and then I'll hear from you, Joss? It's just because Belle was...
Can we hear from Stacey as well? Sorry, please.
Yeah. I'll go around. So,
Courtney, I'm going to drop though. Thank you for having me. All right.
No worries.
Everybody.
Bye. Right.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. On you go, Belle. Sorry.
Sorry, I don't do boxes. I jump in a few. That's it. As a viewer, you've got to remember, every single one of yous in boxes and in other rooms, we are the viewers. And all we hear all the time is bullying, children, SH, DV. It is boring. It is not fair. You've all got beef with one another and you all take something from each person and go at them with it. Torian with EQ. EQ said stuff to Torian. Torian said stuff to EQ. It defeats the object of what's actually being said. The same with this with Linz. I've always called Linz Lippy Linz, right? That's because she's got a big gob to me. I did not know she had a medical illness.
But this is what people are forgetting. The whole Lippy Linz thing originated.
I don't like Lindsay's gob. I think Lindsay's gob is absolute atrocious. But that's my view. Like I said, I don't jump in boxes. I am a viewer. I'm a disabled woman myself, and TikTok is my life. It sounds horrible, but I cannot go outside and touch that grass.
Yeah.
So getting up in the morning, I have Alex's FYP, Miss Reds, whoever's on in the afternoon, EQs, Canadian Angie's, Minxes. That's my day. That's my soap. And to have the same conversation repeated on, listening to the same people argue in every single live, it is absolutely and utter boring. It's a disgrace. We are all grown ass fucking people. Mm-hmm.
Can I just say, and then
wait, Chelsea, sorry, I'm trying to give everyone a chance. Sorry, my lovely.
That's what I was trying to say, Stacey.
No, it's just because Justice was coming first. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it so people in the boxes who came in. I know Stacey's supposed to say something important, but I can't jump people as well. I'm trying to make it as fair.
It's fine. Stacey can go. It's fine. I don't.
Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. On you go, Stacey.
So I think people forget that this whole Lippy Linz thing originated from the fact that her lip does droop down a little bit because of her muscular dystrophy, and everyone has ran with it ever since. Now, I don't believe when people are saying they didn't know about it, because everyone knew about it. It's not fair. And then, obviously, everyone's well aware, I have a child that also has the exact same muscular dystrophy as Linz. I'd also just like to correct a few things. Lady Di said there's only 2 types of muscular dystrophy.
No.
There's many different traits of muscular dystrophy.
Yeah, there is.
And many different types of muscular dystrophy.
Yeah,
but it affects your vision, all the muscles in your body. It stops you from doing normal day-to-day things. It's not just a case of, I can't get up and touch grass. Okay, you might not be able to get up and touch grass. My son struggles to smile properly. He can't close his eyes properly. Every day he's in absolute pain. He has to have heart scans. Since he was about 5, he's had to have heart scans.
I want to empty this.
Sorry, Stacey, on you go.
There's more than just pictures of something getting put up. I see this on TikTok and I think to myself, like, am I to expect my son to get all of this when he has an argument with people?
Yeah. No, and that's the thing, Stacey, like, again, this is where now there's 944 people in this room. You all know now that Lippy Lens affects not just Lens, but other people. So we know now to just not say it.
And
so if you all know not to say it now, sorry,
it's not a case of, well, if she can't handle it, she shouldn't run her mouth. Don't speak on a disability.
Yeah. But that's where...
It's not a case of, oh, well, if you can't take being called this, don't run your mouth. The reason people call her that is because of her disability. So think of something else to say. Call her a bitch or a twat or whatever, but don't call her Lippy Lens.
Like the first time she come on in here and she said, look, I've got a disability, right, and explained, etc. That's when it should have stopped. Like, I personally don't use that terminology when it comes to Lynn's, because I'm aware that she has a disability and I'm not about to be trashed over the internet for doing it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going to drop down. Thank you, ladies, for having me and gents. Okay.
No worries, Lady Di.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye. I just think I mean, it is all about when we say these things, right? I know that you're trying to affect that person and you say that I'm not affecting another person. Yeah, but they've done this and they've done that. It doesn't fucking matter. If you are a good person, the way I see it as, if you're a good person, you wouldn't want to say it. That's just how I see it. Why go low to be lower? That's how it is. Like, discrimination doesn't beat discrimination.
And we all know that Lynn's has, like, I know people are in comments are saying, but what about when she affected this and what about she? Lynn's has said anything. Lynn's has gone as much as affecting someone by speaking about people's disabilities, speaking about Cara, for instance, and her disabilities, to flipping going around talking about Alex's dick. Like, Lynn's has no care. Like, she doesn't give a fuck. But what we're saying is, don't stoop to that level.
Do you know why? Like, okay, so with what Angie was saying about Carla and stuff, like, I've been in boxes with Carla and spoken to Carla about this when it was happening, right? That conversation has been said and it's been spoken about and stuff. But do you know why I'm not sitting in a room just now going, Angie has said this, Angie has said that? Because to be honest, I'm fucking fed up. The woman's never going to listen to me, right? We now need to do this as a broad conversation. Situations are going to happen. Shitty people are going to do shitty things and we're going to talk about it and highlight it. But at the same breath, we can't keep going about the same people and deflecting it. I'm going to say it. When people are deflecting, yeah, but Lindsay's done that and blah, blah, blah. You know how everyone's going on about how Levi's deflecting? You're just as bad.
I completely agree. That's what I've jumped up to say. I've watched Drama Talk for so long and there's been quite a few people that I've respected, but over the last few weeks I've just lost all respect for them because of the behaviour and this whole fighting fire with fire. It's almost like saying that you can't do that to me because I'm above you, but I'll say whatever I want to you, and taking absolutely no ownership. Like yesterday, the pictures that was put up of Lynn's, it's clear, that she has a disability. Like, it's been said so many times over the months that all this stuff's been going on. It doesn't matter whether she's offended or not. I think that's what we're all forgetting. But for me, I think that people are spending far too much time on this app and they're becoming so absorbed in it that they're losing touch with reality and what's actually acceptable and not, because I genuinely don't think that these people would behave like this in real life. And I want to say as well, Torian, I'm sorry that you're upset in the box, but I think that you're a very intelligent person. You seem like you're well educated and I've listened to you over a period of time and I used to really respect you, but I don't know what's going on and I don't want to make it personal. Please just take some time out to reflect on things. And I'm not being horrible by saying that, but the way that you're coming across at the minute is not good. I've seen you in live like bullying people because of the way that they look, and you're losing everything that you've worked on this app. A lot of people respect you because you've educated them on here, but over the last few weeks, every single time I see you, you're doing something awful, and I don't think you're that person. I think you're educated and I think that you've got a lot to give, but I don't know if something's going on for you personally, but this is not a good look, and you're jumping in boxes being personal about people. You can't get a word in edgeways and it's not a good look at all. So
yeah, I hope that you don't take that personal. It's coming from a good place, because I don't think you are horrible. But the way that you're coming across at the minute is just not a good look. And if anyone's a friend on here, please stop enabling it and defending her, and anyone for that matter. It's the same with Alicia. Sometimes I think it goes too far, and you're also another well-educated person. Top girl, she seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders, but the behaviour is just shocking. And I think the people that are closest to them, stop saying it's okay and defending them, because it's really not. There's ways of getting your point across without being vile and stooping low and affecting everybody else around. If somebody's coming for the way that somebody looks, what if I've got a characteristic that's the same of them? I'm going to be sat at home thinking, God, is it that bad? I look like that. Like, it's awful. You're offending people on a mass scale, and I just think that it needs to stop. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for letting me up.
No worries, Jess.
Just. Courtney.
Hi.
Hi, you. So I just jumped in because I'm trying to go on in between both fences with this, because as a parent, if my kids get brought up into a conversation, I'm stooping to the bottom of the barrel. I don't care who I offend. But on the opposite side of it, we need to stop putting Linz on the pedestal of the person of being a victim in this, because she said the most about the most. Overall, because I was in the debate with you the other day about the slurs and things like that, it is that as a whole category in every regard, no matter who it offends. But you can't put someone as a victim that is also somebody else. If there was anybody that was innocent and this similar thing had happened, everybody would have their back 1000%. But you can't put someone as a victim and put them on a pedestal of, oh, let's all feel sorry for her, when she has said and done the most on here as well.
I think take Linz out the equation and just think how that comment might upset other people that aren't Linz. I think that's what you need to do, because I get what you're saying. Like, I can't stand Linz. Some of the things she said does my nut in. Like, she goes below the belt as well. But I think if you have that mentality, please, just before you say anything, take Linz out the equation and think about who else might be listening.
I know, but I was in the debate the other day and I said exactly the same thing. To slate somebody or a whole disability. It's not. What happened is one's gone low and the other's gone lower, and that's how it works.
Yeah, but I think the thing is, Chloe, this isn't two next door neighbours having an argument. This is the internet where everyone's seeing it.
And that's how it is in all of these circumstances, isn't it? It's
correct.
That's still selective, though, isn't it? Because, if you can try and validate someone doing that kind of thing as a retaliation, then you're just validating it to be used in any circumstance. Like, why? Like, if someone has come for your kids or you or someone you love, you can come for them for other reasons than the disability. And
it's like when Torian said that she was called a peddler, what exactly do you expect her response to that to be? Because I'd hit the roof.
I mean, with all due respect, I've been called a peddler in that. Well, I've not been called a peddler, but I've been said as being PLM in that room. Like, and you just don't react that way. You just prove that, say prove you're not, but people are going to know you're not.
Well, you can't when you've
really,
got
Chloe, if it really affects you that bad, go to the police, because that's slander.
And that could be the other way around. The same thing could be said for Linz now in this circumstance. Go to the police and if you're that offended.
But Chloe, can I just say one thing? If Torian doesn't react, because T knows, like, T and Paigey, they educated me on an awful lot when I needed educating, right? So I do have a slight respect for them because of that, right? But Chloe, what I'm going to say is, if Torian hadn't reacted back, the conversation would be on what was said to Torian.
Yeah.
Okay, so the problem is with the reaction.
No one seems to raise it when it's something like that.
But that's the problem. When if me and you are having an argument right now, right, you go for something that's a characteristic against me, and I go for something that's a characteristic against you, right? It's going to be two-sided. You know what I mean? Some people are going to defend me, and some people are going to defend you. Whereas if one person just says it and the other person doesn't react back using a characteristic or being discriminative, then it's going to be solely focused on what that person said in the first place, which is what it needs to be.
But I feel like everyone's looking at that back and forth as, oh, well, what Lynn said weren't as bad. Well, it is, because that shit sticks for the rest of your life. It's all bad.
Oh my God! Right? Can I just get this through? Because I don't think what we're trying to say is getting through.
No one's
Courtney, can you
denying
drop me,
what
please?
that shitty people say, right? And I'm going to say, Isaiah, that cult members are shitty people. They say shitty things, right? No one's denying that. But what we're trying to say is, you know what ends up happening? And I've seen it in Luke's live, for instance, when all of that was being played, is everyone attacked Torian, right? So then what EQ using the N-word was suddenly ignored, and it's now to look what Torian's done. And that's not what we want to happen. We want it to highlight the fact that what a person has done to affect that person in the first place. No one agrees. Well, I say no one. I would hope no one in this room agrees with anything that Lynn's, Angie, or any of them say about other people. But when you go back at them, you're no longer a victim.
Kind of like saying, turn the situation around and say a black person went for Lindsay's disability, right? Does that, because what you're saying, so if a black person went for Lindsay's disability, you're effectively saying it's all right for the person with the disability can be racist. Like that is a turnaround on what you've just said. So is that okay? Because that's just it's the same situation, but with different goalposts. And I don't think that that's okay. So I'm not sure how it can be okay in the other circumstance.
Guys, we will let Lala speak.
It was okay, but I don't understand how people are making her a victim. You can't be in a conversation and an argument and go low on someone and not expect them to go low back and sit and have manners about that.
So that means then that my scenario that I've just said, in your view, that's okay as well. It's just going low, isn't it? It's going low against someone who's gone low against you.
But my argument is you can't just say that Lindsay's the victim in it, because she weren't the only victim. To say someone's a pedophile
no one here is saying Lindsay's a victim. Like, let me be real with you now. I've just sat on this platform and said, like, she's spoken about people with disabilities at the highest as well. Like,
so can I just clarify? If you've done something bad in life, does that mean you can never be a victim in any way? I think this is a bit weird. You can be a victim of something even if you've done something absolutely horrendous. You can still be a victim of something.
More than one person can be a victim.
I'm not talking about whole life, because if we went on to the stuff that the pair of them have said consistently on the app, we'd be here all day. I'm talking in that individual argument. What has happened is one's gone low and the other one's gone low. So you can't automatically say one of them now should be apologising, one of them should sit doing. You can't.
You can if you're saying you're a good person.
The pair of them were just
sitting on Chloe, you can. I'm sorry. Do you know why everyone's going at Torian? Because she sits on this as a black person, rightly so, fighting against discrimination against her community, and again, rightly so. But people are going to attack you when you come for other communities. You could sit here and say, but that's not going for another community, but it is. Because the moment that someone says something racist to one person, it's still attacking a whole community because your hate is towards someone's skin colour.
I don't understand why it's turned to a skin colour.
Oh my God, because discrimination is discrimination. It's nothing. Why are no one getting it? Because sometimes you have to use the example of it doesn't matter what your skin color is, your gender, your race, fucking disabilities, whatever. We're trying to point out that you should stop attacking people for that.
Can I just point out the obvious as well? Like in that scenario, right? And like I said, it's on TikTok again. There are people that are black that also have muscular dystrophy. So in that state as well, you're also affecting people within your own community when you clap back, discriminating someone of a disability.
Like regardless of the reasons why you're saying it, whether you're saying it off the cuff and you're just randomly saying it, or whether you're saying it as a retaliation, the fact of the matter is you're still making a judgment against someone's protected characteristic. And you can't explain that away with retaliation. Can you not like come back at someone with something that isn't something they can help? Come back at them against their morals, come back at them against their behaviours. Don't come back at them for a disability that they can't help.
I get that 1,000%, but I feel like you've got certain people on this app that say if you said to someone, oh, you're full of shit, all of a sudden they'd be like, oh, I've got IBS. Now you've offended me. You literally couldn't say anything to anybody without it somehow being turned.
I generally don't always say to that. I mean, as someone with IBS, I don't think there's anything that can really offend you with having IBS.
That's just one thing that I'm saying, but you could say anything on it. It's like, I'm sure someone said in the comments before that Torian had said when the word lippy was used, that was because that's what people used to say for people that was gobby, that was mouthy.
They weren't referring it to her in that sense. I have got all of the videos. They were referring it in the sense that she had a droopy lip. Like, I've got all the videos of them literally saying it, speaking about her having a droopy lip and then calling her Lippy Linz as a result of that. It wasn't anything. I understand that Linz is a very, very gobby woman. She shouts and screams and speaks a lot of shit. But this was not in reference to anything that she said. This was specifically in reference to the disability that affects her lip.
Hi, can I jump in? Is it okay if I jump in?
Oh, can we hear from Lala? Hi, Lala.
Thank you. Hi. Just to correct a few people in the comments, I am in no way part of the cult. Absolutely not. I was excommunicated long ago. But I just wanted to say there's an imposter in the comments called Lala. It's not me, Miss Baguette. It's a different Lala. I'm not beefing with anyone. I've no hate for anyone. I don't want to beef with anyone. But I will have my say on the Lippy Linz thing. I grew up in rural Ireland, and anyone who would, give back cheek or, whatever, would be told, watch your lip. So I didn't actually understand that Linz had a disability that caused an issue with her lip. So when I heard Lippy Linz, I never took offence to it, if that makes sense. But now that I know that she does actually have an issue with her lip, it isn't right. It's not right.
Yeah, and again, it's not
that a lot of people don't know, but like the people who initially made that comment against Linz, they did know, and that's what they were referring to in it. They weren't like being lippy. Like, if you call someone lippy, yeah, that's a reference to them being a bit gobby, being a bit brash. But if they were speaking of Linz in that way, then that's a different scenario. But in this scenario, they were specifically talking about the impairment with their lip.
And that's the thing, I understand that now, but initially, if somebody said, oh, that Miss Baguette is very lippy, or Lippy Baguette or whatever, I would never put it in line with a disability. Does that make sense? To me, that's not what it means. But now that I know that they were going for a disability, obviously that's not okay. But I think it's a lot got to do with terminology, education. We all need to kind of be very careful with what we say to people. A harmless, you're a very lippy person might mean nothing to me, but to Linz as such, who has a disability that affects her lip, that can be very hurtful. That's really all I come up to say. But thank you so much. And like I said, there is an imposter. I'm Lala with the yellow heart. There's a Lala with kissy face or something. It's not me. But thank you so much.
No worries.
Courtney, can I just say,
Yeah.
why does your life always end up changing into a completely different topic than what we first spoke about?
I don't know, but
I didn't even know you were live. I've literally been going through all my videos because when you asked me this morning, have I got that video? I was like, do you know what? I'm gonna go through them and like separate the ones that I think are relevant. And I've just been coming across stuff, and then obviously I heard this was going on, and I was like, oh, well, I've just actually come across them
I don't
videos.
know if she's still here because EQ did join the live, but I think she's gone now. But I wanted to ask her because obviously EQ was in Angie's box today and said that Angie's not said anything that is transphobic. But when Angie and Leona were going back and forth, Angie said that EQ is a P for standing by Leona, and then mentioned the fact she's trans and brought that two together. In my eyes, that's transphobic. I'm going to get the video, I'm going to post it so you guys can see, because this whole, like, the only thing that Angie has spoken about, and you go, you can request EQ.
You're making a mistake. It was just on that individual topic that she was discussing that I said what she said today when she said about the female toilets in her opinion. Because she's a genetically born woman, then it's a woman's predominantly space, then she's entitled to her opinion. So it was only on that one subject. I never said she's never, ever, 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 ever. It was just that particular one, just to clarify for you.
Have you seen this video?
I really don't care though. It's like there's too much importance on tomorrow, with the other trans community. So what people have said in the past is in the past, and it was last year or the year before. We're in the new year. Like, I'm trying to raise awareness without my voice in it, because people are trying to dismiss transphobia just because of my name being mentioned. So new platform's being given tomorrow at 8. I think it's going to be a nice discussion. Miss Natasha's going to run it. Like, she's going to ask them all questions one by one, opinions on alphabet, etc., to do with the trans community, you know, and people can ask questions in the comments, but nobody else is going to be brought up, so nobody's not going to be a slanging match, you know. Nobody's...
Speaking of alphabet issue, can I just say, right, because I don't
How
think...
dare you interrupt me as I'm in mid-flow.
Sorry, it's my ADHD.
I have it too. Medicate yourself.
I am medicated on alphabet.
Yeah, well, you need to take more, Miss Bagas.
I need to take more. Oh my god, I'll be off my head. Yeah, like, so when you said like, "Oh, come and debate me," like I'd never do that, because I'd never like disrespect you in that way.
What's this about? When have I said this to you?
I can't.
Oh, Miss Baguette, my comments are, just think of my comments like this, Miss Baguette. So they come out my mouth and then they go straight in the bin, and I never think about them again. So never remember anything I say, because I like you, Miss Baguette. You know what I mean?
No, I'm the same. Honestly, like I don't take anything like whatever. But I wanted to speak to Skull Slayer because she's like a woman, like, you know, she's.
Oh, I was just using it as a pawn to wind everyone up. You knew that fine, rightly. You know what I mean? She failed me because she was shit at it. So, you know, I don't dislike her. I like everybody, to be honest. I'm not bothered about anybody. I don't hate anybody. But you know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to have a conversation with her as someone, like, we're both the same, you know, because I don't think we both like have any right really to be speaking, and I'd never have that debate with you because.
But can I ask a favour on the actual topic in hand? People need to stop muddying the waters with he said this one time, she's been transphobic about this one. It's not about that anymore. That's being put to the side for a wider topic, because, you know, last night some of the younger trans people were saying that I'm not backing EQ and saying that it was okay to be racist back because she got transphobia. And everyone's missing the point. It's not to back me, and it's not to do anything for me. It's to help yourselves, because I'm already in a position where I can help myself and I can combat it in the way I want. But, you know, these girls need to realise that if it's normalised like it is on TikTok, because it's the in-app at the moment, then you're going to get punched in the streets by a transphobe, and it's going to be normalised where you'll get ridiculed and it'll never stop. So, you know, to bring it up to the level of on par with racism as it is in the eyes of the law, we need to have these discussions on the app. And unfortunately, mine is the biggest voice, and my motives are not even really related to this, but it means that the trans community can get their voice out via me, and it justifies what I said at the same time, you know what I mean? So obviously that's my motive, is to justify what I said, but in order for a bigger picture to help others, as you've got to have give and take, you see. So they're going to justify what I did basically by discussing the seriousness of transphobia, but by proxy not actually agreeing with me and what I said. But unfortunately, that's the conversational route it's going to end up going down, because it is as serious as racism. So, you know, it was said to me, I responded. I didn't instantly respond either. If you actually watch the footage back, there was about 20 seconds where I didn't say a single word while I paused for thought, you know. So it didn't come instantly. I'm not a racist. I'd never be racist. And yeah, so we're going to have the discussion tomorrow, loves. And then...
Can I ask you a question then? See, after this, can we all just start a fresh start and actually just...
Yeah, I listen, once this conversation happens tomorrow, then everybody can't say that they haven't been educated, you know. Hopefully the FYP shows are there as well, and then they discuss it in the box, like Miss Red's box, like it usually would be discussed, something massive like this, because it's never been done before. So then from there, Courtney, it is a fresh slate, you know what I mean? I don't care if Torian doesn't like me or this person doesn't listen and whatever, you know what I mean? But then from there, I'm not going to ever respond in the way of racism to retaliate, because the conversation's been had. People can't claim ignorance. And then when it is said by a big creator like DG or like anybody else, Hustle, then it'll be on people's FYP shows, won't it? Because it's as severe as racism, and that'll be understood hopefully tomorrow. So yes, Courtney, this is going to end anything I'm going to say, at least. But if the people who are transphobic towards me and it doesn't get highlighted, then obviously then there's going to be an issue, isn't it? Because then everybody's letting transphobia go, and racism is a big deal still.
Yeah. I mean, you know my thoughts already. I put a post out saying that everyone should be keeping personal beef out the door and just come in and listen to your room. I mean, House of Deville is a house mother and her voice needs to be heard.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter who's doxed whose address and who's slagged whose nose off or who's laughed at whose relationship breaking down, or that is not the point, and that's what people are not understanding. Like somebody in the chat just said, but Gigi's justified because you doxed his address. He's been saying it long before that, and it should never be said. If he was arguing with Swearing Shepherdess, would he be coming on screen going, you bloody N? You know what I mean? Just because she slagged him off, which she has in the past. You know, is he going to call Swearing Shepherdess the N-word? And that's what we need to get to the point of, is to show that he wouldn't do that for her. So he should respond to me in a way of insults or low jibes, like what I would be doing, you know, if I was like talking about those people. So it shouldn't be normalised because, oh, well, you said this, so, you know, we can get you with transphobia. No, because if I'm not committing a hate crime and I'm just laughing at you because you've done something silly on the FYP, it doesn't warrant transphobia. And AJ and myself had a little bit of beef, and you know, I said he had crooked teeth and he said I had a crooked nose, and that was fine. And then when I was on with Mad Hatter, there was no conversation of derogatory intent towards him in that conversation. He'd retaliated already to anything I'd ever said before. So because he was highly stressed about what was going on with Mad Hatter, and somebody went into his live and said, EQ's talking about you, but I wasn't. It was Mad Hatter. She was saying about him being a subletter, and it's not actually his property to kick her out of. And I was going, oh my God, subletting love. And I was just messing. And then he said about, you'll always be a man, man's brain, mind of a man, blah, 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 blah. And then I paused for about 20 odd seconds. Somebody can go in time how long it was if they want, to be precise. And then I thought, I'm going to have to make a point here because what he said, nobody will care about. And I was pretty much sick of it at that point because I can give as much as I can take. But you shouldn't be being transphobic because it's bigger than me, because I'm not being racist to people off the cuff just because they've said something bad about me personally. If someone's skitting at me, I'm not going to then target their religion or the race and that. And people go on about Swearing Shepherdess, but Swearing Shepherdess, and you have all seen it, has been transphobic to me many times. And the footage where I say about rubbing shit on herself is because she's a dirty cow, in my opinion. It just so happens that it was said to someone who's black, but she prior in the same conversation was being transphobic towards me. Only that wasn't recorded. So, you know, unfortunately, that is just what it is. If Swearing Shepherdess wants to continue to be transphobic towards me, the point was made. But anyway, it should all be put to bed tomorrow, and then nobody can claim ignorance and say, well, I didn't know. Because it's not just saying something about me. Just like if you said the N-word to a black person you didn't like. Yeah, Courtney. Sorry to keep babbling. I'm on medication as well. So it makes me babble a bit. But do you know the lad who unalived those children in Southport, Courtney?
Yeah.
He was black, yeah?
Yeah.
Is anybody screaming the N-word about him just because he killed people? Because I haven't killed anybody. I haven't abused children in reality or any of those things, you know. So why is it okay to say transphobic things to me because I've had beefs with creators on the app and they've given as good as they got at every moment, by the way. So, but I'm villainized, you know. And
I mean,
it's like,
people were definitely...
They were proper, like...
Yeah, but then that's not okay. Like, this is what I'm trying to get at, that, yeah, I get people are shitty people, but it doesn't affect them because they might not see or hear it. It's affecting the people who are seeing and hearing it.
We're not talking about it off TikTok, by the way, everybody. We're talking about on here. Did DG go live and say that FNN who killed all those kids? Or we're not talking about the riots or anything. We're talking just app-related. So take your mind out of real life and think about the app, the creators. Are any of the creators going live saying that kid who did that in that nursery, what a black this, that and the other? They're not, are they? So keep it to the app related and not actual what goes on in fucking society, not related to this app. Transphobia is not happening out on the streets as much as it's happening on social media because people think that they can get away with it, for instance. So yeah, so I'm going to jump down now, but yeah, continue discussion. I'm sure loads more people will want to join up now after me being on to respond. Goodbye, my darlings.
Bye.
Miss Baguette.
I hope that hit before the box emptied.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, look, I don't agree with a lot of things that EQ has said, but I still think it's an interesting conversation to have as someone who is a trans ally. I agree with the fact that they're not allowing cis women, cis men in. It should be a conversation for trans people only. It needs to happen because debate rooms don't work. So I think it is a really good. Whether you agree with EQ, this is where we need to. I know that EQ has said a lot of shitty things, but House of Deville and the other trans women and men that are joining the boxes. Well, let's not go into the whole like the cis word. God, it's just a word, guys. I'm not doing.
No, listen, right? I don't call myself a cis woman, right? But I know that like definitively I am. But the only time you're ever going to be called that is if you're in a discussion that pertains to trans women as well. So
yeah,
honestly, like if you really don't like that word, then just don't go into any discussions like that are about trans women, and you'll guarantee you will never be called that word.
Yeah, but Elle,
I've never heard that word in real life.
Sorry, Elle, but that doesn't make sense. See, if I said that no biological born women are allowed in there, but that also talks about trans men, because trans men were born biologically female. So me saying that doesn't make sense. That's why that word needs to be said. And it seems weird me saying non-trans. Like, that's me, right?
And can we just define the word biological as well? The word biological just means living. Like, if you're a biological person, it just means that you're a living person. So biological woman just means like a living woman. So that word still doesn't quite do what it's meant to do.
You don't have to accept it, but if I want to say it, I'll say it. You don't have to accept it.
It's like if you're a fat woman, you don't have to accept the word fat, but it doesn't change the fact that you're still fat. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a fat woman. I'm a fat woman.
Who is asking me to turn on my camera?
I don't know.
I'm doing my makeup. So, like, who is just inviting me to turn on my camera? Like, you really want to see me dabbing my face?
But anyway, I just, yeah. It's not even remotely the same. Wait, what? What's not remotely the same?
I mean, it is, because it's a descriptor. It's just a descriptor. It's not saying that you're not a woman. It's saying the type of woman that you are. Like if you're a tall woman, or if you're a blonde woman.
Cis is just means that you aligned. I know people are going to say, well, I didn't choose to be described as that. Do you know that trans people don't describe to be trans because they didn't want to be having gender dysphoria?
And I don't describe myself as a cis woman. I would never say it. Yo, I'm a cis woman, but I can understand that terminology wise and definition wise, that is the category I fall under. But I don't have to self-identify as that.
How are people saying cis is a horrible word? Like this is the issue. I'm going to call it out as it is. You know how people call people snowflakes, right? And go at people because you stand up for the right things, but yet people are calling cis a slur. It's not a slur. It's not a bad word. It's just a word. Like, I swear, it's just like when someone says you're tall, blonde.
Can I just say, Baguette and everyone has said, it's not genuinely a word that's used, in everyday life. It's literally just more used in these rooms, and it's just to stop confusion. That is literally it.
All it is. No one's trying to invalidate you as a woman. You are female. You were born a woman. No one's trying to invalidate you. For when you say cis, if you don't want to call yourself cis, don't. I've actually people call
Who decided that the word was cis? She was called Dana DeFoss in, I believe, 1994. She's the one who invented the phrase, and mind blown time. She wasn't trans. She was a biological woman, as everyone wants it to be described, but she's the one who coined the phrase to differentiate properly, because as I said, biological doesn't quite cut it, because biological, if you go on Google it now, it just means a living organism.
Yeah, but that's caddis. Do you know what? I totally get what you're saying, but people are invalidating me when I want to say cis. If I want to describe myself as a cis woman, I've had people having shit at me. Don't call me a cis woman. I'm not calling you a cis woman. I'm calling myself a cis woman. Isn't that the exact same thing?
so much Courtney said, but obviously not fit for society. I think they look.
MJ, do you mean to have joined the box?
I've just
No, I
muted
was just
him.
going to say you're really quiet.
Like, if you don't want to be called sis, you do you, right?
By saying trans is already assuming they weren't assigned at birth, but if we're only, so it's a case of like, if we're only going to use the prefix trans, then that's like othering trans people because they have to have they need a prefix, and then that's inferring that then they're not women because they need a prefix.
Fucking never would have had the word. All I'm going to say is, right, it's just great that there's a conversation where it's just trans people. I won't even mention the word cis. Just trans people having a conversation. And whether you like EQ or not, it's not EQ's voice, even though EQ should have a voice of the trans stuff. But it's other people in the room that are going to have the conversation that should be listened to. You know, I think it's time for the education. It's time that we need to stop pushing aside transphobia because it happens too much on this app. People think it's okay to be transphobic as fuck.
I agree. We are all women, and that includes trans women. So we can just drop the trans prefix as well, then, and we'll just all be women together.
I think that we all just need to just listen for once. This is why I stopped debating, because no one listens, and it's always me being a non-trans woman, just if you know, so I don't have to use that word. Me being a non-trans woman speaking on these issues, which I can't really speak about because realistically I'll stand as an ally, but I can't give you the education because I'm not trans. I've never lived and breathed the experience of a trans woman, and so many trans women will say the exact same back. They can never sit there and talk about the experience as a biological woman. See the
Can I just ask a quick question? I only heard the term cis yesterday, right? I'd never heard it before.
You only really hear it on social.
I've never heard
and it's only if it like. There's no reason for the word to even be used unless it's a discussion involving trans people to make the differentiation.
Yeah, but is that not what pronouns are for?
No.
Is that not why we use pronouns to differentiate? Because if you're, in my belief, if you were trans, you were in your mind that you were born in the wrong gender. So that would make you born as a woman if you're a trans woman. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to offend anybody either. I'm just trying to understand it because I don't get it. And it came up a lot yesterday, and it's just because of the things that are going on the app at the minute. And I just think like trying to understand it is probably more important than just sitting here thinking.
All it means, like all the word means, is that you were that when you were born, if you were a female, and then you grow up and you a woman, then that's just basically what the word means.
No, I get that. So it basically just means that you're stuck with the sexuality, the gender you were born with. That's what pronouns mean, don't they?
Not really.
You know, because like you're born, the birth certificate will say one thing. Or does that change? I don't know if that changes. I have no idea. I just
You do just say woman. That's the thing. Like you, in everyday conversation, you're just a woman. But if you enter in conversations that are discussing trans people, then that would similar game, but not good. It's like chess and checkers. Like it's similar, but they're not exactly the same thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you go live, make sure you double check how much battery you have.
Oh bloody hell.
Sorry, my phone died. So I was just saying that, see the people that sit on like TikTok and are saying stuff like that are trans and say I get periods, as in like trans women that say I get periods and all of this, they are deliberately being controversial to get views, and it isn't fair on trans women who are very aware of being trans. That's what I was wanting to say. Sorry, I've probably derailed from that conversation, but
Courtney, can you hear me?
Hi.
Hiya. So it's just easier to jump up in the box, Paigey. If you want to have a conversation, I'm willing to, but you can't say no thanks. I don't want to listen to it because EQ dead names and all this. Well, how are you going to educate yourself if you don't listen? She's not talking. All the other trans creators are going to be talking.
I can absolutely say what I like and I can listen to who I want. Please don't ever tell me where to get educated from. That's crazy. I don't tell anyone else to.
But it's not
I
even
don't believe in hypocrites, so I
having
can
the
choose where to get my
conversation.
education from. You can't tell me where to get my education from. That's mad. EQ's a hypocrite. I'm not going to listen to a hypocrite who dead names other trans women. That's
She's
fucking
not
stupid.
talking. She is not talking. It's other creators. It's other
So
trans
that's
creators.
what I was talking about. I said I'm not going to listen to her.
She's only using her platform.
I said I'm not going to. It doesn't matter. I said I'm not going to listen to her. I didn't say I wasn't going to listen to anyone else. So there's no need to jump up and at me, to be honest.
I think so. Yeah. So basically, EQ.
I said I wasn't going to listen to EQ, and I'm not Taurian. This is you yet again. You saying two black women are the same. I've got completely opposite
Did
views.
I even
So this is why I
mention?
can't sit
Did I
in front of
mention
spaces with
Torian?
fucking
Did I
idiots in the
mention
comments.
Torian?
I'm not talking to you.
Did I mention Torian?
My love, there's a comment right there in the comment. I just said to the comment, she just put Torian's name. I clearly wasn't talking to you. That's all I'm saying. So, like the same way, just let me be where I want to be and get educated. I'm not saying I'm not going to be educated. I'm not.
How are you going to get educated if you're not listening to other trans people?
Because there's thousands. EQ is not the be all and end all. I was on a live 2 days ago where there was 3,000 people. Can I talk? Where there was 3,000 people and the whole panel were trans men and women. And
have you landed?
Paige is having a signal difficulty.
There was nothing. There was.
Paige, your signal's booky, babe. What she's saying is that she chooses to educate elsewhere, not by EQ. Which is
But the thing is, she's not listening to the fact that it's not EQ doing it.
Yeah,
It's
but maybe
EQ's
she doesn't
platform.
want to give, and that's her right. If she doesn't want to give EQ the view, or whatever reason, that's like entirely up to her. She's not meaning like Paigey might go to other places. People might go to other places. I've said I do personally think keep your personal beef of EQ at the door and listen to what other trans people say.
Because
And that's exactly what I was trying to say, Courtney. You know what I mean? Because
she's just openly said she's gone to other platforms and been educated. Like, doesn't have to. So, yeah, but you coming up onto a stage just going, well, this, that, and the other. Like, she doesn't have to go anywhere.
it's just easier than having to tape. You know, you only get a certain amount of, you know, lettering words that you can actually tape.
Yeah, I get
and
it. You can't control where people go.
Yes, I am the
control.
misread wannabe. What's your point, mate?
I'm not trying to control where she goes. I'm just trying to point out, you know, it's not Eva Queen. That, you know, put your feelings aside for Eva Queen and listen to what the other trans creators are trying to say.
But the thing is, like, we can say that to a group of people, but we can't say it to one individual, because saying that is like we're basically saying that they should, like, do you know what I mean? You can obviously give them the option, but if someone chooses not to, they don't have to. I personally would recommend anyone to just go and listen, because it is going to be trans women and men who have got lived experiences that can actually have a conversation. Because I'm going to say it, right? I'm not as a non-trans woman, I'm not going to sit here and say that about trans Alphabet being trans or not, because that's not my place to say. But there is miseducation getting put on the app. There's a lot of miseducation. I've had miseducation, and people have also got their own lived experience as well. And I think it's very interesting to also hear how much of a struggle people go through on a daily basis. That's my view on it, but I'm still not going to say to someone, you have to go there to hear it.
But I'm not saying... Sorry, there must be a bit of a delay. But I'm not saying she has to. I says maybe she should.
No, you did. You jumped up
I mean?
and said, why are you not... You jumped up and said, why am I not going here? Why am I not doing that? And maybe I should listen to this. I'm saying EQ is not the only trans person or the trans platform on this app. There are thousands of people. You saying that I should even listen when I'm saying trans lives matter, but I listen elsewhere, is like me saying to you, I'm the only black person you can talk to on racism. It's fucking stupid. Do you understand? There are thousands and millions of trans people in the world. I'm allowed to listen. I'll go to my own cousin or my own best friend who's trans if I want to have real life conversations with people that have transitioned and know how they feel. I don't need to go and sit on EQ or even on the internet, because when you talk to people in real life, that makes a big difference as well. I talk to real life people, my family members, etc.
Can I
please finish? Then I'm going to jump down. Sorry?
I'm saying, why are you getting so defensive over it? I was just literally
I'm not defensive. I said, don't tell me where to go. Calling me defensive as well.
I'm not telling you where to go.
You just did. That's what you jumped up.
I think there's been
listen to the other trans creators. I don't have.
Okay, well, I'm not defensive anyway. I'm saying
I follow you. I actually really like you.
Trans lives do matter, but please don't tell anyone where to go or make out like there's only one person on the app.
I'm not. I've never heard you be transphobic, PJ. I don't have an issue with you. But I'm just saying there's going to be other trans creators there.
I'm not saying that, but
because it's easier than.
Okay, I'm going to go. You're actually woman. You jumped up saying my name. That's why I'm saying it. I wouldn't have jumped up saying it otherwise.
It's easier than having just to keep tagging each other. So it was just to have, like, so we can communicate better. I believe that taking things that can come across wrong.
It's not. Paige is really not being defensive. It is like you've come up and said
I'm aggressive and I'm defensive. I can't talk, but people can jump up in a box, say my name, and then assume or persuade me as to where I should go. Did you ask me once if I even knew a trans person or anything like that? Like, when I'm saying to you I don't want to go to EQ's platform, it's for a very good reason. I think it's very hypocritical to go to somewhere when she's dead naming other trans women. That's disgusting. And then talking about trans rights. Right message, wrong messenger. And that's my opinion, and I'm allowed that. I'm very much allowed that.
The thing is, that's the thing
I'm not taking that.
Oh, sorry, on you go.
I'm not taking that away from you. But like, people can have their dislikes for Evil Queen, so they can. Like, you know, she has done and said a lot, so she has, and everyone has the right to have their opinions on her.
But that,
do you know what I mean? But
yeah, but I think you're missing the point also. Like, that isn't the only platform you can go to be educated. Like, you can go to other platforms to be educated. That's not the only platform that's educating.
I'm not saying that it is.
And Paige is saying that she knows someone who is trans, so she can have that conversation. I've spoken to people off the app that are trans, in the sense of that I've met off TikTok, but I actually don't have real life friends that are trans to have that conversation with. So it's what she's trying to say is she's got personal friendship that she can have this conversation with, whereas not everyone does have that. So obviously it's good for people who don't have it, and also to remove the bigotry and trying to educate people, but it is a choice where you go to listen. If she doesn't want to listen there, she doesn't have to. I'm just saying that I would recommend, in the sense of just ignore what EQ said in the past and let's go and support for like House of Deville and the other trans people that are joining the boxes. That's what I try to say, because
that's recommending for people that like you basically advertising and recommending to people that might want to hear. That's not you saying that everybody here should go and say it. You're just making that.
And that's basically, sorry, there's a real bad delay. I'm so sorry if I'm talking over people. But that's basically all I was wanting to say, Courtney. Exactly what you said there was all I was trying to put across. Sorry, Paige, if it came across wrong. I'm sorry if it came across wrong and that I was having a dig at you or trying to make you go into EQ's live tomorrow or anything like that there. What Courtney was saying was basically what I was trying to say. I didn't articulate it the way Courtney did.
I think it's, things like this happens, miscommunication. Right, Alex, what are you trying to do?
I've only just popped up. Sis Alex speaking here. I'm just going to let you know. Can I just be honest with you, right? Sometimes people come across different, you know what I mean? And people need to understand, you might be unaware that Paige does have ADHD, you know? So sometimes passion comes across and people might not understand that, you know what I mean? And how it comes across. And you know what? You might not know that, you see. But, you know, it's all about understanding and trying to move on from it. So thanks for apologising to Paige. Paige, I've got your message and I've stuck up for you now, so leave me alone. Thank you.
And Courtney, can I just say one more thing?
Alex,
sorry, before I jump down.
To turn my camera on as well. I know it's you.
Yeah, no, that's no worries. And I'm sorry that there's been a miscommunication, and I'm glad it's sorted.
Just one more thing. Someone added me and says, do you follow other trans creators? Yes, I follow a lot of other trans
creators, the likes of Toby J, House of the Phil, Jackie S, is it? So yeah, I do follow a lot of other trans creators. Okay, thank you for letting me off, Courtney, and PJ, apologise if it came across wrong.
Okay, no worries.
Courtney, I'm going to drop, but because of
Bye.
Alex
Bye.
Brigham trying to turn on my camera, Alex Brigham, go and clean your anal beads. Bye.
Oh my god, that just humbled me. Hi, Devin, by the way. Sorry. That's you, Rinsed. It's because he fancies you, Charles. That's what it is. It's because he fancies you. He wants your camera on. Devin's in the box. I know that there's other people in the box. Can you all let me know if you're in the box? Shadow, I don't know if you're here.
Speaking of anal beads, my main
Oh
account is
my
back.
god, you fucking start.
Wait, I just want to say my main account is back. If anybody wanted to get shut down again. And also, Peggy Sue, Peggy Sue. Oh, that really hurts.
Devin bullies me on a daily basis, and I'm not for it. Everywhere I go, Devin bullies me, and I don't like it. Shadow, were you meaning to say anything? You're all mental. I'm just putting it out there. You're all fucking nuts kind of people. Devin, get back, okay? We don't want you to come back, okay? I'm gonna say it for the people. You're mean and you're nasty, and we don't want you back. Jokes, follow Devin if you're not following Devin already. And Devin, I'm still waiting for these games nights. Okay, I don't really want fucking to speak about Mama Kaz because she's a fool. But fine, if I must. Let's remember Mama Kaz manipulated a woman. Chelsea is back for the clout. Okay.
I just want to say for the people that are going, wow, in the comments, right, me and Alex have banter, like it's perfectly fine. We have banter on TikTok. We have banter off TikTok. Like, it's fine.
Have you seen his mushroom yet?
I've not seen Alex's mushroom. I think Alex is aware that I am in a relationship. So, yes, I have not seen Alex's mushroom.
I'm joking, by the way, guys. I'm joking before anyone fucking...
But we have banter, so people chill in the comments. It's fine. It's just a bit of banter.
I thought we were forgetting about everything and focusing on transphobia, Courtney. Well, we're focusing on how Chelsea knows about Alex's anal beads.
Can I just actually say, like, Courtney style live, right? This actually didn't start about any of this.
No. Started with Levi.
Like, it actually started about Levi.
We don't like Levi. Levi and Sophie should be cancelled.
I'm a bitch and a slag to Levi. Yeah, baby.
What, he called you a bitch and a slag?
Well, I said you should use the term, like you should call someone like a bitch and a slag, like you shouldn't use derogative words. And he put in the comments saying, yeah, that's you. And I was like, okay, thanks, bye. Like, you just keep going for women. It's fine. You make yourself look like a tit.
Oh, he is a tit. Courtney, does Chelsea clean the beads? Maybe. Do you clean the beads? Oh my God.
Did you hear my daughter? No, I live in Oxfordshire. I did that deliberately. Even my child's laughing.
I didn't realize she was there. Oh my God.
She can't actually hear because I've got my headphone in, so she can't really hear.
That's fine.
So she can't actually hear, but because I'm laughing, she's laughing. But no, I do not clean his beads. I did that silence for dramatic effect. Okay.
Right. Is Luke here? Make an edit of Chelsea cleaning them.
No, I do not clean them.
Here's Devin.
I am not a liar.
Devin, get her.
Hello. Anal beads aside, on a serious note, this app pisses me off because yesterday why did Levi Muck Shithead have 800 and odd people chilling in his live watching CLA? Fake outrage. Like, after Kieran's mother went on a stage, and said Levi hasn't spoken to her. I went to speak to Levi and said, you at least owe that woman a conversation. He said he doesn't owe her anything. That was a vulnerable man who looks up to him. He didn't give a shit about Kieran, right? And from when I heard Kieran's mum, that guy's a piece of shit. Thank you.
No worries, David. I mean, it's facts. I think, if you are truly outraged, unfollow. I think, and to be fair, I've probably not done that either. I need to actually do that. I need to unfollow them both and block them. 100%. Levi said in Pearls that Sophie has spoke to Kieran too. Yeah, but I think the mum needs the respect of a conversation as well. Because this has probably hurt his mum. Can you imagine, right, being a mom of a disabled child, how hard it would be anyway for them to be contemplating whether to not letting them, but having them on social media. You would be scared about that situation and these situations arising. So I think to relax the mum as well, that conversation needs to happen.
Do you know why they're not speaking to the mum? Because she's not vulnerable and easy to manipulate.
Yep.
They know that Kieran loves the bones off of them, right? And they could spin any story to him and he'd want to trust them. His mum has watched and she's decided it was about her son. And if you really cared and if it really wasn't about Kieran, I would be so apologetic to that woman. But it just shows me that they meant what they did and they're trying to manipulate a vulnerable guy.
100%. I just think, I just don't trust, not even with this situation in general. The moment that whole situation happened where it was coming out that he was phoning Angie behind the scenes, I didn't trust him. I'm not going to lie, when the conversation came out about EQ saying about the revenge corn, that's where I started going, what the fuck? But then no one spoke about it again, so I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And then the whole stuff with Angie started coming out and I was like, what the fuck? And then obviously other women and and men have come out about him with revenge corn and I'm like, yeah. That's mental borderline.
You say it again?
Huh?
Humiliation is not okay.
What did you say?
Say it again.
Humiliation is not okay.
Yay!
Well done. We say
girl.
No to discrimination.
Say no to discrimination.
No discrimination.
Good girl. And that's a 3-year-old. That's a 3-year-old, and you grown-ass adults can't understand that.
Did you mute Devon then, or did he mute himself?
Devon muted. I did not mute Devon. Okay.
Did you hear what he said?
No.
He said that your 3-year-old is smarter than you.
Probably. I'm not muting you, Devon. I swear, I'm not muting you.
Honestly, I'm telling you now, these rogue mods have got fucking Alex trying to switch on at Chelsea's camera.
I promise you it's not me. I would turn my camera on and show you, but I am not going to put my daughter on the screen. But it is not me muting Devon.
Mommy, I got this.
To be fair, it's come up on my screen if someone was muting him. Not me. Yeah, Alex, I think I need to demod you. Actually, Alex, I think I should be your mod because I'd be a good mod. So let me mod in your room.
Well, apparently I clean his anal beads, so I should be his mod.
So yeah, are you Levi's mod still? Me?
Do you actually have to clean anal beads?
No, it's not in my job description.
It's a self-cleaning kind of thing. Once you go back, you just kind of... Anyway.
Oh, I mean...
Oh, Devon!
Devon, if you have them things, any of them sort of things, of course you should clean them after every use.
Right, definitely Devon's vanilla. That's just answered it for me. Borderline, don't you dare start, okay?
No, I don't clean them. It's an inside joke at this point. Okay, I'm going to be on the FYP for cleaning the anal beads. I don't do that.
Get a page made for Chelsea. Chelsea's anal cleaning company. Anal cleaning company, not anal toy cleaning company. Oh my God.
Courtney, you're making this worse for me. You're meant to be my pal.
Do you know what? Someone needs to get outed, all right? I'm sick of getting controlled. I'm getting trolled being Peggy Sue. It's about time that something... You what? That never meant to come out like that.
Connected to the back passage, you can be the Bundabees, the bad Bundabees.
This is not that TV program. What is it? What's that film? This is not Human Centipede, Devon.
Chelsea's definitely...
The Bunda Babes. That's it. The Bunda Babes.
God's sake.
Chelsea's inbox will be full tonight.
Listen, no one message me. I do not have a service available, okay? I don't have this service available. If you want anything to do with balloons, that's fine. You can message me, but I do not have that service available, okay? And I mean decorative balloons, okay? Not the other balloons. I'm just digging myself a deeper hole at this point.
I really want to know, Jeffrey, who did you just share the live to? And also, Alex, why have you not responded? Can I be mod? Because I've made you mod. I know you're here, you bitch. I can see you.
Alex, at this point, please can you just get up here and just clarify that I do not clean your anal beads, thanks.
I'm still sticking with that rumour. £6 a month, £60 a month, you can fuck off. I give you enough gifts in that, I'm fucking telling you. I give you bracelets. That's enough, right? Right, I think I should demod Alex. Poll, let's create a poll. Should I demod Alex?
£60 a month?
I know, he's a bit of a tight bastard, isn't he?
Right. Yeah, exactly. £60 a month.
Right, happy face if you should mod me, sad face if you shouldn't mod me.
What do you mean, Alex? You're supposed to be here defending my honour.
Alex, the poll is speaking. Look at this poll. It's speaking, Alex.
Yeah, Devon, I do have honour. What are you talking about? God's sake. Why is everyone coming for me today?
Alex, do you know you're in the box?
Well, yeah, clearly.
But, I don't know, because somebody invited you, so I presume...
And sometimes, normally, when people tap the screen, right, to accidentally get in the box to press request, but I ain't tapped the screen once, thanks.
Oh, no, I'm sure you haven't. Have you even sent me a heart me? I bet you've not even fucking sent a heart me, have you?
Nope, not even a tap.
Wow. Do you hear this, guys? Right, we need to demod you. That is disgusting. Not even a fucking heart me.
Can you please just clarify that I don't do that, Alex? Thanks. Cheers.
She does. Making me sound bad. I do not have anal beads, guys. Thank you very much.
What are you requesting me for?
Wait, Jeffrey, are you in the box?
Yeah, I've just been requested in. Why?
It would have been Devon. It would have been Alex.
Alex. No, it weren't me, mate. I promise you.
Someone just requested me.
Baguette got me in here.
It might have been Baguette. Yeah, I think it was Baguette, actually. I'm sure I've seen Baguette's name out when I went in the box.
I heard that Baguette likes the Brummie accent, so she wants to hear your accent.
I heard, right.
Alex, can we just clarify that none of us sounded like that dude last night?
Definitely.
You do, Jeffrey.
I absolutely don't at all.
You do.
Which accent do you want to use today?
Yeah. Abby said you can't even choose your accent.
Happy.
That was an accident, sorry.
Did you not mean to join?
Can't choose her accent, but she can choose what size to strap on.
Oh, you...